See, there's a DVD was getting around a while ago called The Secret. Whoever saw The Secret? And it's really good stuff. Look, but it's just universal principle. And the fact is that what you focus on, you'll get. And it doesn't discriminate. It's interesting because if you focus in a well-meaning way on the thing you don't want, you'll still get the thing you don't want. You see, you can either, to achieve light, you can either turn on the light or you can chase away the darkness. But if you chase away the darkness, the focus is on the darkness. Logically speaking, well, if the darkness goes away, light, yeah. But the problem is, there's an over-focus on the darkness. It isn't too good, you know. Let's turn on the light, and the darkness will just go. When let me elaborate on that a bit more. When my son Lee had, he used to bed wet pretty badly for years. He didn't like the same. Until the age of about 13, he wet his bed. And we had the bell system which detects urine and it rings a bell and Mum and Dad go in and change the sheets and go back to sleep. Do it a couple of times a night. It was just painful. I realised I was hypnotising. So, with all of my experience, I should have known better, but I hypnotised Lee and told him that he wouldn't wet his bed anymore. But of course he did. The next night he still wet his bed. And I consulted with our local GP, who is a good friend and a hypnotherapist himself. He said, well, you did the right thing. He said, you focus on the wrong thing. Next night, you can probably guess the story. Next night, I said, Lee, for the rest of your life, you'll wake up with a dry bed. He never wet his bed anymore. From that night, from that time. You know, you enhance the thing. I want to dwell on this because it is true. It's good to be aware of it. It's like being aware of the dangers. There's a well-meaning Christian minister in Australia called Fred Nile. Ever heard the name Fred Nile? He's sort of years ago when they had the gay Mardi Gras in Sydney, it was growing, and he was against it, and they ran down the street with placards, you know, anti-gay, this, that, and the other, and because he was wrong, and all it did was highlight the gay Mardi Gras, and so it got sort of press or 6 o'clock news, and it grew. But look, it didn't necessarily grow only because of him. But years later, there was a play at a suburban theatre called The Last Temptation of Christ, and it was something a bit derogatory towards Jesus or something. The details, and he was against it. Well, fair enough. He had so he and his church holding placards outside, don't come and watch this play. You shouldn't watch this play. So, had rave reviews. Everyone come and watch it, and it highlighted this play called The Last Temptation of Christ. So he helped promote it. He helped promote the thing they didn't want promoted. You know, a classic one is Salman Rushdie wrote a book called Satanic Verses years and years ago. It was anti-Islam or Muslim book. And the Ayatollah Khomeini from Iran put a fatwa out on it. So the whole world knew that there was a book you could get if you wanted to read it called Satanic Verses. So there's zillions of people around the world being told how we're going to kill this guy, we're going to kill this author from England called Salman Rushdie. He never got killed, he's still alive somewhere. But basically, it highlighted that. Now, I never read the book, but I'm sure that why would you highlight the thing that you don't want promoted, you know? So that's an interesting concept, isn't it? So basically, what you think about, in other words, think about the things that you want to happen, don't think about the things you don't want to happen. Highlight the positive, accentuate the positive. Even use terminology, you know, like, how's your day been? oh, not bad. I have that saying, it's a good day. Not bad, you know, it's a good day, you know. And so thinking and responding in a way that promotes a positive is certainly better. And so what you think about, what you focus on, is what you end up taking action on, and what becomes a material manifestation of your life. So where you are now, if you're in a positive place in your life now, the chances are you are thinking and acting in a very positive way for like recent weeks, months and years. There's a good chance of that. And the opposite is true. So if you want to have better things happen in the future, if you want to, you know, have a better life, start planning it now. Don't let it happen by accident. Actually think about what you want. Now, you know, the other part of this whole picture that's certainly worth mentioning is that, and it's just, well, very important. And may I, at the risk of sounding imperial, sort of talk about the negative for a second, I do not need to. And that is and let me read a few things here. Look, obviously there are people in the world, just because we're a civilized society, there are people who need help. There are people who, you know, maybe older people who didn't sort of put aside for the future, who need help, who need to be on a pension. There's people with awesome disabilities or mental retardation or whatever who genuinely need some loving support by people or the government, or whatever, government which is the people. But what I absolutely feel just is sad is a fostering of any government sort of welfare state mentality. Because I remember, I'm 64, but I do remember my mum and dad, the conversation around the dinner table was, screw the boss before he gets you, 7.5% loading, take advantage of every opportunity and claim all your rights. I've got my rights, yes. How dare they do this to me? I want to grab that. And I felt that really deeply. And so I reacted to that. And when I came back from living in Canada with a lot of success from that company, Bestline, well, we didn't have any money because we did a lot of weight and spent a lot. And I was about a month or 6 weeks between getting that job with the Sprinkler Company. Somebody said, you can go to the government, and there's a department called Social Welfare, and they'll actually give you money for nothing. This is a true story, and it was 1976, I think. You're joking.